What's up, guys? I'm Tim Geddes. I'm here with Sam Claiborne.
Hey, Tim.
We were playing Star Fox on the Super Nintendo in honor of Nintendo's 125th anniversary.
Yeah, we're playing 125 of our favorite Nintendo games, and I gotta say, Star Fox is one of my favorites, and really my favorite Star Fox game is this one.
That blows my mind. The N64 one to me feels so much more complete and so much more of a just total experience. I love this one.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a generational thing, but I was blown away by that my Super Nintendo could do this, first of all, when this came out, so I love that about it. I think it plays great for being a polygonal 3D game on the Super Nintendo.
Nintendo's first ever 3D polygonal game.
Yeah, and then like I didn't stay with the series too much after it. I liked those games, but like this one I just think is like so quirky and weird. I didn't like seeing more of Star Fox after this. This is all I needed.
Crazy. The one thing this game has
crazy.
that the others don't is this song.
Yeah.
I can't believe this song has not been in any other Star Fox game.
It's in Smash Brothers, right?
No, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
It's gotta be. I love how you can shoot Slippy and he gets mad. I was actually just reading a interview with Shigeru Miyamoto from about this time where he talks about how those gates were inspired by these traditional Japanese like kami worship gates in Japan. Which is kind of funny. You see them all over. Yeah. But yeah, this game was actually co-developed by Miyamoto's team, which he did a lot of the character design and stuff like that, but also this team Argonaut, run by Dylan Cuthbert, an American. Or maybe he's English, actually. I don't know about that. But yeah, he was an expat in Japan, and he worked on these games. And he was hired by Nintendo to come up with a 3D style game because he had worked on this great game called X, which is on Game Boy. It's a Game Boy game that has these polygonal graphics.
Wow.
It looks so good, and there's a fun remake of that on DS Lite, the DSi store, from the DSi era. Anyway, yes, you know this has a hardware adjustment in it.
The Super Effects chip.
Yep.
First game to use that.
Yeah, it's a chip. No, it's not the first Nintendo game to ever put a chip in it that makes graphics better.
Yeah,
actually, Punch-Out did that. Super Mario Brothers 3.
Chip, though, right?
Yeah, it's great. So in a cartridge, they were able to expand the capabilities of the processor. So there's a co-processor, a piece of hardware. This cart was expensive at the time, which means that they were able to add these polygonal graphics and make the Super Nintendo more powerful, but you know, at the expense of making a cartridge that, you know, our cartridges were already really expensive at the time. So that made this game, you know, an investment. But hey, you know what else was coming out at the time? Sega 32X.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, you had to buy a new system, and Sega CD, and eventually Sega Saturn. Like this came out in 1993, right in the midst of like all of this, you know, 3D stuff getting built, and all you needed to do was buy it on the cart. So clever of Nintendo to do that.
No, exactly. And what's so crazy here too is Star Fox 64 is a remake of this game, and it's being so familiar with that game. It's crazy to see like the inspirations they took in the first level of that game compared to this.
I want that, but I want to kill this guy. Decisions.
So you're doing something that's very unique in this game right now, Sam, where you are moving your body physically when you're trying to turn through these things.
Am I doing that?
Oh yeah, and it's like
man.
that reminds me so much of the throwbacks of like
there.
Nintendo games.
Yep. So I actually played this game recently because we got the Retron 5 system, which plays old Super Nintendo cartridges, and we're actually using it right now, but it looks really good on that. So if you're wondering how we're capturing this without it looking like it's an old CRT screen, we are using the Retron 5, which is really fun.
And we have a boss that in Star Fox 64 is the alternate boss in the first level.
Then there's alternate paths in all Star Fox games, right?
Yes.
So this one, you actually choose it before you even get into the level. But yeah, it's a similar idea in Star Fox 64, right?
Yeah, so this game has a very unique difficulty system where instead of just in the beginning choosing if it's easy, hard, or medium, and just going through in the same game just with different like enemies and stuff like that, depending on the difficulty you choose, you actually play different levels completely.
Yeah.
The first and last level are the same, but the ones in between are all different.
Should be it for him.
Oh man.
So one thing about this game that I thought was funny when I was a kid is that I only played really one path. And I kind of feel like exploring the other paths now, but they're they're harder paths. So this is the easiest path that I'm on right now. And but I do really like that there's warp zones in it. And one of the warp zones is in the next level. But they're really strange warp zones, and particularly in the next level, if you remember this, you can shoot this asteroid. You shoot this series of things where an asteroid appears with a face on it. It's really creepy. Look at that, dude.
There you go. Damn.
Yeah.
Woo.
It's good stuff. I don't usually play a game that I haven't played in 10 years that well.
That was good.
That was
exciting.
I'm
pretty proud of that.
So yeah, I don't know if you've ever played any other Super FX games, have you?
I don't think I have.
So Sunrace FX is probably the most popular other one, but
Oh,
I played
yeah,
a game
I did play that a
recently
bit.
called Vortex, which actually Argonaut also worked on. Unknown, not necessarily expensive rare, but rare, and in it it's kind of similar to Star Fox. You're in a polygonal ship. You move around kind of like this with crosshairs, but you're also a giant robot. So you transform into a robot. So it has a lot of the same elements, and it's a really like kind of unknown game that I highly recommend you look up. And I think we should do a let's play on it at some point,
fun, yeah.
because like it's super unknown, and you think like, why did Nintendo make more Star Foxes?
Well, what's interesting is they're working on Star Fox 2.
That's right. So Star Fox 2 was in production and it nearly finished, and you can play it.
Yeah.
There's
It's playable and it's out
unfortunately
there. It's
in
not
illegal
complete,
ROMs, but it was on a playable cartridge in test mode, right? You play it as a test, but
Yeah,
it's a complete
too.
game and it looks really nice.
Yeah, playing it, like a lot of the ideas in it were carried over to Star Fox Command on the DS, and it also introduced a lot of the characters that we saw in Star Fox 64. But speaking of the characters, like that's what makes this game so special. Is like
You like Slippy?
The cast.
You're a Slippy fan?
I'm not a Slippy fan, but I'm a fan of what
Falco?
Slippy is. Oh, Falco's awesome. I love
Did you know
Falco
Falco's a pheasant?
What?
Yeah, that's the type of bird he is, a pheasant.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. Look it up. It's crazy. And Peppy.
Yeah. Peppy,
Who are you
classic.
saying you like though?
Falco's awesome. But I'm
Okay.
saying Peppy. I mean, Slippy. Like no one's a fan of Slippy, but like I am a fan of the characterization.
You gotta save
of
him.
Slippy. Yeah, exactly.
So
but like
these
I
are
like
the things that you can
your
fly
wingmen
through
are so
to
awesome.
unlock stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, I get the better weapons. Oh, I missed it. Or actually, I already have that power up. But I think it gives you that crazy guns. We should wrap this up, though.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
we have 124 other videos to get to.
Yeah, so make sure you guys let us know in the comments what you think of Star Fox, what your favorite Star Fox is, and stay tuned to IGN for way more of these Nintendo Let's Plays.
Thanks, Tim.